and welcome back to Emily English Daily. I'm Emily, and I'm so happy you're here with us today.
And I'm Tom. I'm here to learn and probably make some mistakes along the way.
And that's perfect, Tom. That's exactly how we learn.
So what are we talking about today?
Today, we're talking about something really important. How you talk to yourself.
Oh, you mean like inside my head?
Yes, exactly. The voice inside your head. The things you say to yourself when no one is listening.
Oh, no. That voice is not very nice to me, Emily.
You know what, Tom? You're not alone. Many people are very hard on themselves.
Really?
Really. And today, we're going to change that just a little bit.
Okay, I'm listening.
So, this episode is perfect for intermediate learners. If you're around B1 or B2 level, this is for you.
And, you can download the transcript on our website. It really helps.
Yes, there's a transcript, a worksheet, and a 7-day challenge. We'll talk about those later.
Sounds good. So, where do we start?
Let me ask you something, Tom.
Sure.
Imagine you're speaking English, maybe at work, maybe at a cafe, and you make a mistake.
Okay, yeah.
What do you say to yourself?
Well, honestly, I say things like, Tom, you're so stupid. Why can't you remember this?
I hear you.
It's not nice, I know.
Now, imagine your best friend is learning English. They make the same mistake. What do you say to them?
Oh, I would say, hey, don't worry, it's okay. You're doing great.
Exactly.
Oh, wow, that's really different.
Yes, we are kind to our friends, but we are hard on ourselves.
Why do we do that?
That's a great question. Many of us learned that being hard on ourselves helps us improve.
Yeah, I always thought if I'm strict with myself, I'll get better.
I understand, but here's the truth. Being harsh doesn't help us. It makes us afraid. It makes us stop trying.
Really?
Really. Let me give you a picture.
Okay.
Imagine your brain is like a garden.
A garden. Okay.
Negative self-talk is like putting salt on the garden.
Salt? That's bad for plants, right?
Very bad. Nothing can grow in salty soil.
Oh.
But kind words are like water and sunshine. They help things grow.
So being kind to myself helps my brain grow?
Yes, Tom. Exactly.
I like that. Water, not salt.
Water, not salt. That's a good way to remember it.
Okay, but wait. Being kind to myself doesn't mean lying to myself, right?
No, not at all. There's a difference.
What's the difference?
Self-compassion says, yes, I made a mistake. That's okay. Let me try again.
Okay.
Self-delusion says, I didn't make a mistake at all.
Oh, I see. So I'm not pretending I'm perfect.
Right. You see the mistake, but you're kind about it.
That makes sense.
And this is in your worksheet, the Thought Reframe table.
What's that?
You write down the harsh thing you said to yourself. Then you write what you would say to a friend.
Oh, that's simple.
Simple but powerful.
Okay. Here's my problem, though.
Tell me.
Sometimes the negative voice is so fast, I don't even notice it.
Yes, that's very common. It's like automatic, you know?
It is automatic, like a song playing in the background.
Exactly. So how do I catch it? I have something for this. I call it the friend filter.
The friend filter?
Yes, it's very simple. When you think something bad about yourself, you ask one question.
What question?
Would I say this to a friend?
Would I say this to a friend?
If the answer is no, the thought doesn't pass the filter.
So I just don't accept it.
You notice it. You say, that doesn't pass the friend filter, and you let it go.
That's actually really helpful.
It takes practice, but it works.
But wait, doesn't that mean I'm ignoring my problems?
Good question. No, you're not ignoring problems.
Then what am I doing?
Think about two coaches.
Okay.
Coach 1 says, you missed the shot. You're terrible. Give up.
Ouch.
Coach 2 says, you missed the shot. Let's see why. Try again.
Oh, Coach 2 is better.
Both coaches see the mistake, but only one actually helps.
So the friend filter helps me be Coach 2.
Exactly, Tom.
Okay, I want to be Coach 2.
You can be.
Here's another thing, though.
Yes?
Even when I try to be kind, I don't know what to say.
What do you mean?
Well, the critical voice has so many words. Stupid, lazy, embarrassing.
Mm-hmm.
But the kind voice is quiet. I don't have words for it.
That's so normal, Tom. We have a big vocabulary for criticism and a small vocabulary for kindness.
Yes, that's exactly it.
So let's build that vocabulary.
Okay. How?
I have 5 phrases for you. I call them the 5 friend phrases.
I'm ready.
Number 1, it's okay to make mistakes. That's how I learn.
It's okay to make mistakes.
Number 2, I'm doing my best right now.
I'm doing my best.
Number 3, this is hard, and that's okay.
This is hard, and that's okay.
Number 4, I'm growing, even when I can't see it.
I'm growing, even when I can't see it.
And number 5, I wouldn't say this to a friend, so I won't say it to myself.
That last one really hits me.
It's a powerful one.
Can I find these somewhere?
Yes, they're all in the worksheet. Print them out, put them somewhere you can see them.
I will.
The more you say them, the more natural they become.
Like building a new habit.
Exactly. Your brain is like a forest.
A forest?
Yes, the negative thoughts have a clear path. You've walked that path many times.
Oh, so it's easy to go there.
Very easy. But kind thoughts are like a new path. It's overgrown, hard to see.
So I need to walk the new path again and again.
Yes, until it becomes clear.
That makes a lot of sense.
Every kind word clears the path a little more.
Okay, Emily, can we talk about language learning specifically?
Of course.
Because honestly, my worst self-talk happens when I speak English.
Tell me more.
Well, I pronounce something wrong, and immediately I think, you're a failure.
Oh, Tom, this is so common.
It is?
Yes. When we learn a language as adults, we feel vulnerable.
Vulnerable.
Yes. In our native language, we can say complex things. We feel smart.
Right.
But in a new language, we feel like children again.
Yes, it's embarrassing sometimes.
And in that space, the inner critic gets very loud.
It really does.
But here's something important.
What?
Every person who speaks multiple languages has felt this way.
Even you?
Oh, yes. When I was learning Spanish, I made a big mistake once.
What happened?
I tried to say, I'm embarrassed, but instead I said, I'm pregnant.
Oh no.
Oh, yes, it was terrible at the time, but now it's just a funny story.
That's a good story.
The point is, mistakes are not failure.
What are they?
They're proof that you're trying. They're proof of courage. Yes, I call this the courage rule.
Tell me.
Every mistake you make is proof of your courage, not your weakness.
Every mistake is proof of courage.
Because the only way to avoid mistakes is to never try.
I never thought about it that way.
When you speak English, even imperfectly, you're doing something brave.
Something brave.
Many people are too afraid to try, but not you.
Thank you, Emily.
You deserve kindness for that, Tom, not criticism.
Okay. One more question.
Yes?
What about stressful moments?
Like what?
Like a job interview in English. I stumble over a word, and immediately I think, you idiot.
Ah, the hardest moments.
Exactly.
I have a tool for this.
What is it?
I call it the 5-second pause.
5 seconds?
Yes. When you feel the criticism coming, you pause. Just 5 seconds.
And then?
You take one slow breath and you say one kind word.
Like what?
It can be simple. It's okay. That's enough.
Just, it's okay?
Just that. 5 seconds, one breath, one kind word.
So instead of mistake, then criticism, it becomes mistake, pause, kindness.
You're interrupting the automatic pattern.
That seems actually doable.
It is doable, and it's in the 7-day challenge.
What's the challenge?
Each day, practice the 5-second pause at least 3 times.
3 times a day for 7 days.
Yes, there's a tracker in the worksheet.
I like having a tracker.
I know you do.
Okay, Emily, let's bring this together.
Yes. So today, we talked about the voice inside your head.
The one that's often not very nice.
Right. And we learned that harsh self-talk doesn't help us improve.
It's like salt on a garden.
Exactly. It stops growth.
And we learned the friend filter.
Ask yourself, would I say this to a friend?
If no, it doesn't pass.
We talked about the 5 friend phrases.
To build a vocabulary of kindness.
And the courage rule.
Every mistake is proof of courage, not weakness.
And finally, the 5-second pause.
Mistake, pause, kindness.
You remembered everything, Tom.
Well, I was listening carefully.
So, how do you feel now?
Pause.
Honestly, different.
Different how?
I came into this thinking self-compassion was soft, not important.
And now?
Now I see it's essential. If I want to keep learning, I need to be my own friend.
That's beautiful, Tom. Not my enemy, my friend.
Learning a language is hard enough. You don't need to make it harder.
You're right.
So, our challenge for listeners.
Yes, for the next 7 days,
Try the 5-second pause at least 3 times.
and use the tracker in the worksheet.
If you want to go deeper, try the thought reframe table.
Write the harsh thought, then rewrite it as a friend.
All of these tools are on our website.
Transcript, worksheet, 7-day challenge.
Please use them. They will help.
I'm going to do this, Emily. I need it.
I'm proud of you, Tom.
And if this episode helped you, please share it.
Leave a comment. Tell us how it went.
We love hearing from you.
And remember,
Yes?
every time you practice English, every time you make a mistake, every time you keep going,
Yes?
you are being brave.
Brave.
So talk to yourself like you would talk to a friend.
Talk to yourself like you would talk to a friend.
Until next time, take care of yourself.
And your beautiful, growing mind.
Bye for now.
Bye, everyone. See you next time.